So it's been a while since I did a dog headline news, but I felt like my own personal discovery that we still have bubonic plague in this here United States of America warranted a dog headline news take. So, God forbid that anything good should come out of Oregon. But it turns out that Oregon is the state that gets the most bubonic plague in humans. You know, different states are known for different things. I think Texas is known for killing ice storms that take out the power grid and chili. Arkansas is known for barbecue and overweight individuals. There's other states that are known for other things, like for instance, Ohio is known for being a state that has an internal quandary. They just don't know if they should be conservative, liberal. They don't know if they should be moderate. They have an internal combustible kind of I don't know what you would call it. It's just Rhode Island is known for having, rabid, rampant, wholesale gay communities. It's just, there's a whole big thing. Turns out if you're from Oregon, you would like to have a T-shirt that says "Home Oregon, home of the bubonic plague." I went to Oregon and all I got was a nasty case of bubonic plague. Basically, Oregon's claim to fame is the fact that they're the state that predominantly is responsible for human bubonic plague, and it's just a kind of a thing where. If you review the article, what they're basically saying is way you get bubonic plague is by getting bitten by a flea that came off an animal that's contaminated with bubonic plague. Now, as a stupid dog, again, this doesn't bode well for my pet brethren, be they dogs or cats. But if you want some tips, there was some good tips in this article I read. It says, if your cat is staggering around and it looks like it's got bubonic plague, call your vet. So if your cat is staggering around, drooling, he looks like he's, on death's door and whatever other symptoms, maybe his green pus is pouring out of his eyes or his butt is bleeding purple gummy substance. It looks as though he's got bubonic plague, call your vet. You think you would call the police, but whatever. A couple other tips they give is, if you as a person got bit by a flea and you, in 2 to 8 days, you seem to have a lot of fever, nausea, weakness, chills, muscles aches, visibly swollen nodes, lymph nodes are visibly swollen, you too may have bubonic plague. If you want to try to avoid bubonic plague, avoid getting bit by fleas, all right? Don't come in contact with a sick animal. Don't feed squirrels or chipmunks, okay? Avoid contact with rodents in general. If you can, keep your animal, your cat or your dog on a leash. Use flea control. Discourage your pets from hunting rodents. Now, as an idiotic, stupid dog who loves chasing squirrels and trying to grab a squirrel and shake it to death, I just want to get my jaws wrapped around the haunches of a squirrel. This could be a tricky one for me. But, try to discourage, the man should basically try to discourage me, if you had a cat, discourage your cat from hunting rodents, which that's harder, that's harder said than done. Don't sleep near animal burrows. And again, don't feed your chipmunks, your squirrels, and your other wild rodents. So anyways, do your very best to avoid the bubonic plague because it spreads by air. Air is one way you can get bit by a flea, but once you got it, then you could give it to somebody else through the air. I guess if you cough on them, if you breathe on them, We'll be right back in the whole N95 mask thing, shutting down the restaurants. You won't be able to get who knows what. I don't know what you're going to treat bubonic plague with. But say it's licorice. You won't be able to find no licorice. Whatever it would be that you would do to ward off the bubonic plague. God forbid, I don't know. Maybe it's Charms Blow Pops. Maybe it's Butterfingers. You don't know, but there will be none of them in the store. No N95 masks. They'll be shutting down all the restaurants. You won't be able to do nothing but go out on the golf courses and walk around the parks. And, that's where you're going to come across most of your rodents to begin with. So it's a tricky situation. My advice to everybody is whatever you can do to stop the initiation of the bubonic plague, do that. That's the best thing. That's the best advice I can give, humankind. And hope for the best. Whatever. I'm a stupid dog.